A heartbreaking tragedy has reminded us of a hard truth. We live in a world where evil exists, and it often preys on the most vulnerable, our children. As parents, guardians, and believers, we ask, where was God's protection? Why does He save some and not others? These are very heavy questions, and if you are grieving, my heart is with you. But today I want to share biblical wisdom that can guide us in protecting our children, not just physically, but spiritually as well. God has given parents a role that cannot be ignored to be the first line of protection for their children. In Proverbs 22:6, it tells us, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. But part of that training is not just teaching them scripture, it's guiding them away from danger. Ezekiel 33:7 says, I have made you a watchman. Whenever you hear a word from my mouth, you shall give them warning from me. As parents, God has entrusted us to be spiritual watchmen over our children's life, warning them, guiding them, and sometimes stepping in before harm comes. But here's a question we must ask ourselves. Are we truly watching, or are we leaving them unguarded in a world filled with wolves? 1 Peter 5:8 warns us to be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Today, the enemy is not just lurking in dark alleys, he's on our children's screens. He comes disguised as a friend in a chat room, as an opportunity in a direct message, as a connection on social media. The serpent in the garden deceived Eve by manipulating her perception. The enemy still works the same way today, enticing, persuading, and trapping. Not all danger looks like danger at first. They don't look like that at first. Just as the enemy used a seemingly harmless conversation with Eve, predators use social media conversation to lure young minds into harm. This is why we must not be passive about our children's online lives. We cannot assume they are safe just because they are at home. The battle is not just physical, it's digital, it's spiritual, and it's real. Some may ask, if God protects, why did this happen? But let's not forget, God gives us the wisdom so that we may act. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Parents must guard their children's heart by monitoring what enters their minds through social media. Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge about online dangers can lead to destruction. Being informed is a part of godly parenting. We cannot assume that our children have the discernment to recognize danger. That is why God has given them parents. Just as we wouldn't let them walk alone in a dangerous street at night, we shouldn't let them roam the internet without guidance and protection. Wisdom is action. Faith is action. Love is action. Here are 3 biblical and practical steps every parent can take. 1, know what your child is doing online. Proverbs 27:23 says, be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. In today's world, your children are your flock. Know who they talk to, what apps they use, and what content they consume. Jesus warned in Matthew 10:16, "Be wise as serpents and innocent as doves." Equip your children with wisdom. Teach them that not everyone online is whom they claim to be. Ephesians 5:15 says, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise." Set restrictions on social media news. Use parental controls. Keep communication open so your children feel safe telling you about suspicious messages. Godly parenting is not controlling, it's guiding, it's protecting, it's leading them in wisdom. Now, I want to take this time. To give a message from my heart to the parents of my grandsons. To the parents of my precious grandsons, my wife and I want you to know how proud we are of you. We see the love, care, and dedication you pour out in raising them, and it fills our heart with joy. You are already doing a wonderful job, and that makes us also proud. I want to share a little secret with you. If you haven't already realized it, you soon will. A parent's love never stops, even after a child is fully grown and leaves home. Just as we as parents, once you step into adulthood and become parents yourselves, one day our grandsons will do the same. They will carry forward the love, the lessons, and the wisdom you are instilling in them right now. From generation to generation, that's what is called a legacy. So keep guiding them, keep protecting them, and keep trusting God in this journey. We love you, we support you, and we thank God for the amazing parents you are to our grandsons. Finally, if you are grieving right now, if you have lost someone, if you are asking, where was God? Know this. He is near to the brokenhearted. He is not distant. He sees your pain. And though we may not always understand why things happen, He offers comfort and hope. And for those of us who still have time, let us use this moment to wake up, to be vigilant, to guard what God has entrusted to us. The enemy is after our children, but we serve a God who equips us to stand in the gap. Let's not waste the opportunity to act. If this message spoke to you today, take a moment to reflect. Share this with another parent, and most importantly, pray over your children because God has given them to you, and He has given you the wisdom to lead them in truth. May God bless you, straighten you, and guide you.